Hi, this is Darien Thomas, and throughout this digital essay, I will be giving you insight to my views of art integration and how it has impacted my faith. Integrating the arts in a classroom can be powerful and effective. I believe that it is important to allow our students to use their creativity. I really enjoyed learning how we could use the Kandinsky painting in a math class. Students could take measurements of the different angles that they draw, and they can also have many different shapes and sizes, as well as choose their own colors. So, this plays an effect with their creativity side. Article 1, The Importance of Arts in Education. This article supported my idea that arts can actually benefit students. I agreed that arts can bridge the gap between economic differences. This is because it allows students from different backgrounds to express themselves and share art with each other. In my Piet Mondrian painting, I feel like this could be used in another math lesson. You can have the students create the painting and then measure the squares and rectangles and have them find the perimeter area. This supports the idea that teachers can experiment with approaches that connect students and accelerate their learning interest and passions. I feel like when reading that section of the article, it connected with what we were being taught in class. In my second article, Happier Students, Higher Test Scores. I really enjoyed how this article provided success stories of using art in the classroom. They also did a study that showed how art allows students to be active. Instead of burying them in a textbook, learning moves from a place of isolation to one that has other applications beyond the topic at hand. This quote resonated with how I learn in class. I enjoy and tend to remember things more if I have a drawing or some sort of picture with it. I feel like this study they did would be beneficial in the classroom because it takes students like myself into account. Article 3. This article has provided ways that teachers can better incorporate art. I agreed that using art provides a useful change of pace within the classroom. Art in the classroom can take children out of their comfort zones and push them to think differently than if you were just writing an essay over a book you read. As a teacher, arts will be an important part in my classroom. I want to create a space that makes them feel that they belong. I really want to apply art in my classroom because I agree with my first article when it discussed how art can bridge the gap between economic differences. This is important because I want each of my students to know that they are seen, valued, and heard no matter where they come from. With incorporating art, I can allow my students to take ownership in things they create and will have the same resources available to use while at school. For example, this painting allowed me to create a piece that represents the doubt I struggle with in my life. This is something that many people can agree or identify with. If my students have the opportunity to create art in class, then it will expose them to a deeper understanding of things. I want to incorporate the self-portrait assignment at the beginning of the school year. Students can use positive words to describe themselves, what they like, and their personality. They can then share it with the class and learn more about their peers. I chose Genesis 1:1 because in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. This is because God handcrafted the earth, animals, and plants in us. God encompasses creativity, so we all can too. My second verse was Romans 12:6. We have different gifts according to the grace that is given to us. This verse stuck out to me because God specifically gave us gifts that are unique to us. We can use these gifts to create art through painting, drawing, designing, and by using our voices to inspire others to create. Looking back, I would have never thought I would become a teacher, but I can say this is the best decision I've made throughout my academic career. With being in education, I have learned where my heart is and where God wants me to be.